Hello.
Hello.
Hello, yes. And we're back for another week, another episode of Thaiger Bites. This is where we get to address your feedback and your comments from all of our shows on YouTube, your comments on Facebook, on Instagram, as well as Thaiger Talk Forum on the website.
So the first one I've got here is from a video on the weekend from Bangkok Pat, who's been taking us all back a few years and reminiscing about the old days. I think the one on the weekend was has Bangkok lost its Thainess? Thai charm. Kay Walk said, it's one of the things I most enjoy about being in Bangkok, the old mixed with the new. Now it's looking like any old city, no charm. Thailand Bound said, Pat, mate, honestly, that was one of the best videos I've watched about Thailand in a long time. No mention of a single bar girl, and still I was watching until the very end. Really good video, well done. Right. Universally, people love Bangkok Pat.
We love Bangkok Pat.
And C. Panui said, I've had a 20-year affair with Bangkok and Thailand. I still visit, but it has lost a little of something. Call it Thainess or charm, although you said it more eloquently. He certainly did. So, yes, some good feedback there about Bangkok Pat. Another one coming up this weekend.
Right. Moving on, I've got comments regarding the New Year celebrations and how the TAT will bring celebrities, Andrea Bocelli and Lisa from K-pop star, to Thailand for celebrations.
Some of the people were saying, yeah, we know what Andrea Bocelli looks like, but show us what Lisa looks like, because we haven't shown any footage of her. Would we get a copyright ping if we do?
Oh, most definitely, I think.
Okay, yeah. So Lisa is a very pretty Thai lady who's part of the Korean K-pop band Blackpink.
That's right.
Massively popular.
Yeah. So I've got a comment here from Shinga who says, will this be January 1st New Year or Thai New Year Songkran? Usually the world heralds the New Year with fireworks as the New Year countdown begins. The concert will be a short one if that is the case. Maybe. Fireworks don't go on for longer than 15 minutes. Hashinga, well, actually, the fireworks have significantly, the duration of the fireworks has significantly reduced over the years. In Phuket, well, not last year, but the year before COVID really hit, 2019, I think there were no fireworks in Phuket, especially. I'm not sure if there were.
Was.
It was like a sad firework. It was like one or two, I think it was mainly from people who bought their own fireworks rather than the government spending a huge amount.
There was big fireworks.
There was not.
This is 2018-19. Or 2019-20. There was big fireworks.
It was a sad day.
I don't know where you were. You were in your backyard under an umbrella or something.
No, I think I was on Layan Beach. I'm not sure. Anyways, but they have.
Of course, Layan Beach. You're not going to see a lot of fireworks there.
No, even in Patong, I don't think there were big fireworks. What I mean is that they were significantly smaller. Were they not? They were 10% of what they used to be. Do you agree?
No, not 10%. I mean, I think they've reduced a little bit over the years, but it wasn't 10% of what.
Well, I grew up. I just remember being 10 years old and just having fireworks for like 30 minutes nonstop.
You have rose-coloured glasses. You're looking at your youth as it wilts behind you in time.
Right, let's just
as
agree
you get old and
disagree.
Wrinkled, dressing like a lumberjack.
Anyways, Helshinga, this is the Western New Year, so
definitely, yeah.
December 31st.
It won't be April the 13th, which is Songkran. Because they do other activities at that time. Let's hope everything's sorted out by then.
Oh, and I have another question from WN regarding the same topic. What genius decided to have Lalisa's performance on the Saracen Bridge? How many hotels, restaurants, and bars will benefit from that? What is out there besides the traffic checkpoint?
Who came up with the idea of holding a concert on or around or near the Saracen Bridge? I mean...
they said maybe, they didn't confirm it, but just to even suggest it sounds a bit ridiculous.
It will not be at the Saracen Bridge, I can guarantee it.
And what if it is? What are you going to do?
Well, I've done enough marching naked down Bangla Road. I'll be just very surprised.
Right, okay.
Okay, so Stuart Pearson has got this one. TUI have just updated this morning, yesterday. Flights will start again to Thailand on December the 11th. TUI, a big, what do you call it, sort of travel agency over in Europe and the UK. And apparently they're using their planes. They pulled them out of the air a few years ago, but they've polished them up and given the cabin a quick vacuum, and they're back and going, and apparently flying back to Thailand from the middle of December. Thanks, Stuart.
Right. I have a comment here from Heis Peter Shout, who says, too much talking. To which you actually replied back in the comments saying that we're going to give you a 30 seconds of silence on our Monday morning episode. So since there is too much talking, Heis Peter Shout, I've decided to give it 5 seconds. Let's give Peter a 5-second.
So we're saying that the Good Morning Thailand program has got too much talking.
Yes. A talk show has too much talking.
What are we meant to do if we're not talking?
I don't know. So let's just give him a 5 seconds of silence. Peter, this is for you. And I hope you enjoyed that silence. That was for you. Right.
The sound of silence, Peter.
Moving on.
What does he want us to do?
I have no idea.
Novalistus on the water says, not sure how to say this. Can a reopening be screwed up any further than this is gonna be? Let the hard drinking, hard partying Brits, no offence, come in who have 40,000 new infections every day. The US, who's still in Republican COVID mass murdering mode. Well, he's going to get some comments. But not countries with low infection numbers and high vaccination rates like Canada and other European countries. I'm glad he hasn't put his real name there, because he's in for a world of hate coming his way.
Right.
Thank you.
Moving on, I've got a comment here from Jukadimo762. He says, I've read articles that tell you where not to go if you want to avoid Farang prices. But what's the point of visiting a country if you're going to avoid half the places? At the same time, I don't want to pay more than someone else for the same service. We've actually had a whole debate for weeks regarding dual pricing. Farang pricing, what he's referring to is that foreigners sometimes have to pay a different price to locals when they go to tourist attractions or certain places in Thailand. Jukadimo, some places you just can't avoid it. The fact is, I understand you don't want to pay more than someone else, but it is a slight form of discrimination, but there's no real way around it. You either go or you don't go. You have the freedom to choose whether you can go or not, but you can't really argue or do anything about it.
Yeah, dual pricing. I'm not going to open that Pandora's box this morning. Glenn Brickman says, I'm giving up on COE, Certificate of Entry. Bought my ticket to Costa Rica today. Good luck, Thailand. You won't be seeing my dollars.
All right. I've actually got a fun comment here from Caprice V6, and you can join me on this one. He goes, question for Jay. How many of the following top movies have you seen? I believe we were talking about Hogan's Heroes and how it first came out 60 years ago, and I was saying that I feel I'm a bit too young to have watched that show. So Caprice is going to give us a little quiz on what movies we've watched. Have you seen The Shawshank Redemption?
Yes.
Yes. Godfather?
Yes.
1, 2, and 3.
3.
Lord of the Rings? 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3.
Schindler's List?
I fell asleep in every single one of the Lord of the Rings.
How dare you?
I fell asleep in
How dare you? Schindler's List?
Yes.
Fight Club?
Yes.
Forrest Gump and Matrix?
Yes.
Right. He says, I am 40-ish and I still remember Hogan's Heroes and Gilligan's Island. P.S. Tim looks so much like Colonel Clink. P.S. Jean-Luc Picard is French. Origin là-bas, France. Which takes me to another comment from Liam Anderson, who says, cultural update for Jay. Supremely hilarious casting decision for the character Captain Jean-Luc Picard. He's supposed to be French, but was played by a British actor, Sir Patrick Stewart, speaking with a very serious, very British Shakespearean actor's accent. Speaking as a Brit, this casting decision is hilarious.
Well, he's a very popular Star Trek character.
Yeah.
Robert Kiefer says, oh yeah, the COE is something I'm not interested in complying with. No COE, count me in. Paul Rogers says, China caused, I'm not going to change the spelling on that. You can have a go at Paul for his spelling. China caused this pandemic, so why are they on the list to re-enter a country they have decimated? That's logic for you. Well, where the coronavirus originated from and what's happening during the reopening to foreign tourists, I think are two very different topics. It's sort of followed up by the Equalizer, who says China causes millions of deaths, depression, the ruination of people's lives worldwide, allegedly gets first entrance back into Thailand without quarantine. They should be last. Well, they're not getting any special preference, I can assure you about that. And at the moment, most Chinese are unable to travel. The borders are still closed there. And the other thing is, if you're talking about China, you're talking about 1.4 billion people. And 1.4 billion people didn't cause the coronavirus. A handful of people, some mismanagement, some senior officials, have a go at them, but the other 1.4 billion Chinese people are as innocent in this as we are. So stop that sort of silly racism.
All right. I have got a comment here from Ken Monahan. He's back. And he says,
what to say?
no, actually, he says, how are you going to drink away 2021 when you have a 11 p.m. curfew? Well, Ken, the country is going to be opening November 1st, and most probably the curfew is going to be completely lifted. So there hopefully won't be a curfew for the new year, so you will be able to drink your new year away.
I'm saying it's going to be lifted by the next change of restrictions, which will be at the end of this month.
Right.
I thought Ken was going to have a go about the set.
We love Ken. Ken always comments about our set. Ken, what do you feel about the new set?
Don't ask him. Don't ask him.
Don't ask him?
He might tell you.
I think he's going to like the background. Anyways, my last comment for today is from Santiago Neves Gomez. Now hold on to your seats for this one. J.U. area bull artist. Sorry.
I think you are a bull artist, is what he's saying.
J.U. area.
What's his name?
Santiago Neves Gomez.
Santiago, I couldn't agree with you more.
Well, Santiago, to reply to you.
He is a bull artist.
I might be, who knows. Well, to reply to you in your words, Santiago, you, area, cow, street, not sorry.
Right.
And that's my comment for you. And those are all our comments. There we go.
That's
we sped
Thaiger
through
Bites.
them today. That's Thaiger Bites on a Monday. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Please leave a comment or feedback in the description below if you have any thoughts, or on Facebook, Instagram, or the Thaiger Talk Forum on our website. As for me, that's it. Tim?
Well, we got about 18 new staff today. I've got to go and introduce myself, so I better get started.
That's right. We
Some
hope
lipstick on, comb my hair, get ready.
do a little touch up here and there, facelifts. Thank you all for watching our show today. We hope you enjoyed it. See you tomorrow.